Hello everybody, welcome back to the Sonic and the Glitchless Gauntlet. This is a GDQ HOTFIX where we are showing off glitchless runs of all of your favourite Sonic games. Now whilst everybody's been enjoying, you know, the hype of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2, we have got these runners who have been working on their glitchless runs of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 the game. We've got a collection of brilliant runners that are about to show off what they can do in this. I mean, this game is very, very popular in the speed space, more so with glitch, but that's not to say that the glitchless run doesn't have some incredible movement, but I'm going to leave that to them and their commentators. How are we doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I think so.
Hello, my name is SuperSonic. I speedrun this game along with other Sonic games in the classic trilogy. And yeah, I also did a video with Ben Schwartz on IGN promoting the first Sonic movie, so that's me.
Who wants to go next? None?
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm None21. I also am a classic Sonic trilogy runner. So I run Sonic 1, 2, and 3, glitched and glitchless, except for Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic and Knuckles, because Knuckles is pretty cringe and I hate him and everyone hates me for that, but it is
How
what it
dare
is.
you?
Hot take.
How dare you?
It's just, it is what it is at this point, man.
We'll keep going
All
clockwise. Candy.
Hi, Candy here. I've been speedrunning for almost 2 years now, and I mostly focus on 2D Sonics, but I have branched out to the 3D Sonics recently, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Sonic 2 movie, because now we're going to do the Sonic 2 speedrun race.
And last but certainly by no means least, March.
Hi there, I'm March. I've been speedrunning for about a year. This was my first speed game, but I've branched out into a few others. Fun fact, I was 10 years old when this game came out, so it's got a lot of childhood meaning for me, and yeah, you guys enjoy.
Yeah, you are all in for a fantastic treat. My name is HOTFIX, one of your commentators. I'm joined by the wonderful, the only Argick.
Hello. Yes, we have got an amazing race coming up for you here. 4 really strong runners, and we are going to take you through giving you the race commentary that this run deserves. So, without further ado, I think it is about time to get this run underway. Runners, are you all ready?
Yes.
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 Alrighty, here we go then. So we are all on the screen. They're going to press start after we give them the countdown. Huds, you want to do the honors?
Let's get it underway. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, go, go!
All right, let's see who's going to get the first 20 of the run here. No pressure to any of our runners here. You know how Sonic games work. We are going from the left to the right as quickly as we possibly can. You're going to see our runners grab the speed shoes, see if we can get any of the bounces off the item boxes, off the other item boxes, all the way over. And we're seeing SuperSonic managing to get all the way around there. That is looking pretty good right now. You've also got None21 there coming through. Candy coming through there. March having to take a slightly bottom path there, but managing to get over at the 28. So that's a 20, a 21, a 28, and a 28. So we have got a race.
Yeah, Emerald Hill 1, it is meant to be one of the easiest, but a couple of our runners here proving not necessarily the case. Into Emerald Hill 2 we go now, straight along the bottom, up, grab the speed shoes, along. Are we going to see a monkey jump? Yes, we are. 2 monkey jumps from SuperSonic and from None. Continuing along the bottom, over, jump, through the monkey again, down to the bottom, mind the spikes, up into the gap. Oh, None not quite making it through the gap though. SuperSonic already at the boss. Lovely. Looking at our other 2 runners here. Candy having a really nice clean run through. Oh, March taking an unfortunate death on the spikes, getting crushed between them. That's really unlucky. Thankfully, a checkpoint right before. SuperSonic is done with the boss. None is done with the boss. Candy's about to start it, and March just currently making his way through the rest of the level. Having a real tough time with these spikes at the bottom.
Yeah, those spikes being on a cycle, it's something you don't really want to see, something you don't want to deal with, but unfortunately, the joys of racing, you adapt on the fly. It's great that Tails is there, but unfortunately, he ain't going to be able to help us, or will he? We'll have to wait and see as we come into Chemical Plant 1 here, and we know how this is going to go. We're going to go down the bottom right, not going to hit off the springs here. You see on SuperSonic soon, None21 right behind, literally less than a second. Good jump for SuperSonic, going to make this cycle here. Not the earliest possible one, but a very smooth stage nonetheless. Here comes the shortcut jump, using the big jump there with the speed coming out of the loop, getting the shortcut. None to one right behind. Candy coming up on the cycle as well, making it through very nicely there. Going to come around the loop again, going to see the jump coming through, wait for it, and activates the air gap. Ooh, just not getting enough height. Going to spin dash, go for the jump again. Needs to wait for that platform to grab her as she's going to go through here, allowing March here to come through on the cycle. Candy opting not to do that. Going to go round the long way here. Can March go for it? Gets the jump. There we go. That is a lead change coming in as we come into Act 2.
Yeah, SuperSonic now going for the glitchless strat to open up the hole. Gets it perfectly with Tails there. March doing the same. None do the same as well. Oh, having problems not quite getting through the door. Muse needs to go a long way around. Is he going to take an intentional death here? Yes, he is to start that one again. It is much quicker. You skip about half the stage by getting through that door. If you don't make it first time, it's quicker to take the death. March and Candy now both finishing Chemical 1 at roughly the same time. We'll see how they get on with the strat. They're going to come up. They're going to bounce off the enemy, hit the side of the wall. They're going to head on down. Another jump through the door. Candy gets it perfectly. And let's see, None is now making his way through the rest of the level. March gets it as well. So, oh, March did not go far enough to trigger the path swapper. How unfortunate. SuperSonic finishing off the level with a really tidy 39 though. We're going to see how None gets on with the boss, as Candy is now at the boss as well, catching up to None.
And just like that, you can see how the leads change on these runs here. You thought it was done, not even close on this one, as we're coming into Aquatic Ruin now. This stage, a little bit of a breather compared to Chemical Plant. You're going to see SuperSonic None to one making light work of the stages here. SuperSonic coming down. One thing we're going to have to worry about here, we're going to see our racers bounce off the fish, going to grab the speed shoes. Need to make sure that we don't go in the water, or you will lose the speed shoes there. Very smooth 22 for SuperSonic. None to one coming in at the beginning here, going to do the same stuff, getting that spin dash in time, not getting hit by the little drilling enemy, as we see Candy coming through too at the same section here, going above the top of the loop there, getting the upper route. Very nice play there. Haven't seen that route before. And of course, we have March coming into Aquatic Ruin 2, so still only an act between these runners here. Speed shoes for Candy, None to one finishing the stage as we come into Act 2.
So yeah, here in Act 2, we're looking at SuperSonic now. Is he going to get coin flip? This is where he's going to take an intentional damage boost here. Spin along. Will the spring send him all the way to the top? Yes, it will. Beautiful. That is coin flip. It is basically a coin flip. Will it take you up or will it not? If it does, it saves you several seconds. However, two of our other runners, None and Candy, are now entering Aquatic Ruin 2. March is very quickly catching up, though. It's not over yet. Sonic 2, anything can happen. And we have a long way to go yet. SuperSonic on the boss now, trying to get all the quick hits. Needs to make sure he doesn't get a frame perfect final hit, otherwise that is technically a glitch, and we are doing a glitchless run here. None getting half of a coin flip. Let's see how Candy gets on with this one. Spin dashes into the spring. Coin flip, beautiful. Straight up to the top. So yeah, really close between our two runners at the top there. March entering Aquatic Ruin 2 now. Everything still to play for. As SuperSonic heads into our next zone, it's Casino Night.
And we're into the gambling stage here. Not what you want to see, but you do want to see those lovely speed shoes getting the invincibility as well. It's like SuperSonic without the SuperSonic. However, this stage is deadly. We're going to see SuperSonic trying to stay on the top route here, because if you fall down to any of the other areas, dodging that block there, very, very smooth. Keeping the speed all the way through, going over, going to land right in this top here. Big drop down to the bottom, making light work of this stage here. Not seeing any of the tricky parts down the bottom, because there's platforming down there that you don't want to do. There is a lot of shenanigans. Let's see if None to one can do the same. Candy as well. Oh, Candy with the drop though. No, what you want to see. Are we going to see Candy take an intentional death here? It is looking very likely. Oh no, opting not for. Candy going to go through taking the bottom route on this one. This will be very interesting to see how this happens. Keep an eye on None to one and Candy's screen right now. You're seeing the different routes coming through, as we're seeing all the way in. March now coming into the stage as well. Again, still only one act between all four racers here. None to one finishing. Candy having to wait on the block cycles here. This is what happens when you get stuck there. As SuperSonic racing through Act 2 at the moment.
Yeah, Casino Night, one of the troublesome ones. If you do fall down, you are going to take a much longer route. This is going to allow March to get back into this race, certainly with Candy at the moment. March having a really nice time through Casino 1. With SuperSonic coming near to the end of Casino 2. Keeping an eye on None to one at the top here. Misses the second species box. Doesn't need to worry too much about it, though. Off the bumper, head to the right. And we do have a bit of a change at the back here. March has finished Casino 1 as Candy is still working her way through towards the end. SuperSonic on the boss now. All 8 hits. Beautiful. Bouncing on top of Robotnik. Keeping away from the Electric at the bottom. And Nun just having a few issues with this section here. There's always a tricky one with the bumpers throwing you back. But finally makes it through and on his way to the boss as well. March catching up nice and fast. SuperSonic about to head into our next zone. Candy starting Casino Night 2 at the top.
Crying Baby Zone. Oh, yeah. So, of course, Hilltop, the zone with the Crying Baby all the way to the start of it here. We're going to see SuperSonic make smooth work over the cycles of this stage here. Nice big spin dash at the start. Going to make sure you don't get hit by the little orb and all there. Jumping on the platform over to the lava. Taking intentional damage boost here. That is all right. Only need 1 ring to stay alive. Charging up the spin dash. Going to land on the item box. No, going through the item box. Keeping the speed here. Of course, we've got None to 1 about to catch up. Joining in the Crying Baby stage here. SuperSonic going to do the spin dash jump over to the top there, missing the lava, going down the platforms here. Gotta make sure on the descent that you don't go too fast or you may accidentally glitch through the platform because too fast and the object does not load on screen. Going to take the damage boost through the lava. As long as the lava isn't all the way up the top, there is no clip, there is no glitch, it is safe to do so. March with a very smooth boss fight there as well on Casino Night 2 with Candy coming in right behind.
Yeah, Hilltop definitely ups the difficulty level of this game, that's for sure. Into Hilltop 2 now with SuperSonic, going to do a spin dash and jump straight up the top, and another one to get up to the top level, up on top of the loop, through the item box, down the bottom, off the spring. Needs to time a lovely little jump here, does so. Continuing along, mind the enemy, mind the gap. And down here, a little spin dash into this section. Which cycles he's going to make? Makes the 19 cycle, lovely. And heading on up. Oh, beautiful little spin dash jump there as well, heading on through. All of our runners now currently in Hilltop. So this is just how good these runners are, all within an act of each other. SuperSonic finishing off Hilltop 2 here, going on the spring, gets the first one, gets the second one, and into the boss. Meanwhile, we've got None to 1 in Act 2 as well. Candy in Act 1, and it looks like March is getting near to the end of Act 1 as well. Just needs to be careful not to get crushed here. Very, very close, but really well timed. Again, that intentional damage boost down the tube and off to the finish. And SuperSonic finishes with a 57, still in the lead.
Now coming up to my favourite stage in the game. Mystic Cave, the green, the purple, the music, everything about it is good. Hopefully we don't see any of the party pits, but let us see how this stage is going to go. Oh, and there's a drop immediately for SuperSonic there. Not what you want to see on that one, not quite getting the jump, but a good recovery nonetheless. Unfortunately, jumping on that platform just on the ledge there, putting Sonic into his teetering animation, which means that you cannot actually spin dash because you'll spin dash the wrong way. Going to run our way through now, going to grab the invincibility down the bottom here on the spring. Should be enough to get us through. Will we see the bounce variation strat here, or are we going to go straight from the bounce on the spikes? Looks like we're going to go, oh no, opting for the spin dash up and round. Then just spin dash under through the bridge, not a problem. None to 1 just finishing up here, trying to catch a little bit of speed here on SuperSonic. Almost going for the squish, but makes it through there on the 42.
Oh, that was really close on the squish. We may potentially see some runners fall foul of that. Hopefully not, though. We don't want to see it, especially not at the end of the level. We've got None now joining SuperSonic in Mystic Cave right now, heading through. There's a couple of seconds still to be saved here, that's for sure, as we see March heading towards the Hilltop 2 boss and Candy in real close pursuit now. Are we going to see Tails get in the way? Hopefully not. Tails, don't be horrible. Nice, there's all 8 hits. And we see as well where we've got None has just grabbed the invincibility. Is he going to get the jump off the spikes? Yes, he does. Lovely. And SuperSonic having a really good Mystic 2 right now, already nearly at the end of the level and going to head into the Robotnik Drill Boss. Candy and March are pretty much neck and neck at this point. All 8 hits on the boss here. A little bit of a damage boost. No real problems for SuperSonic.
Smooth jumps and plays coming out from March there in the beginning of Mystic Cave 1 there as well. Gotta be careful with that no rings though, going through. Nice descent down there. No squish coming through either, as we're going to see our racers now coming into Oil Ocean. SuperSonic is literally on fire right now. We're going to see our racers. March just missing the little jump there. Going to take the bounce off the other invincibility. Very nice recovery there. SuperSonic, of course, going to do the spin dash strat in the oil here. If you are quickly timing your spin dashes, you can go under the level geometry because the level geometry doesn't extend all the way down to the kill plane. Not a glitch, for all you're doing is spin dashing. However, it is super tight. Any miss input here and your runners will die, will be sent back to the stage. Will we see any lead changes here? SuperSonic, though, making absolute fantastic work at that. No worries whatsoever. None to one coming in. We'll have to see how None handles it as well.
Yeah, a lot of our runners were practicing this one before the start of the race. Oil Ocean, getting under that oil can be very, very tricky. Some very tightly timed jumps. And as Argick was alluding to, if you get it wrong, it's a very easy death to take. And there's no checkpoints along the route. You'll be straight back to the beginning. It's a big potential time loss. SuperSonic now in Act 2 is going to head on over. He's going to take this first one. Oh, I was really worried he was going to keep holding right there and enable one of the glitches. Thankfully, he didn't this time. But skipping a little bit of level, heading into the next of these, kind of these ball tube. I don't really know what you call them, Argick. What do you call them?
I just call them launchers because that's what they do.
Yeah, there we go. Up on top of the speed shoes, grab the speed shoes over the level into the next launcher. And we're nearly at the end now. Candy just having a few issues with Robotnik. Oh, that was so close.
Candy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How did Candy dodge that? Ooh.
Last attack moment
close.
right there. Well dodged, Candy, well dodged. And in the meanwhile, None has finished off Oil 1. Let's see how March gets on with Oil 1 as well. Needs to get a spin dash off here, get into the bottom section, maintain his momentum, or gets the jump just in time. Beautiful. And meanwhile, we just missed SuperSonic getting all 8 hits on Robotnik as well. A nice quick finish in Oil 2. And
March.
under the oil for March towards the end.
That was smooth. All right, Metro 1, one of the stages here with a lot of smooth movements. Oh, how did Trails not troll you there? You're so lucky, SuperSonic. If that was me, Tails would have trolled me there. Tails being flying in that area can prevent those platforms from closing off on you. So we're going to come around, see how this goes. Don't get ahead of the crushers. Don't want any of the fancy glitches on this one. Not what we're aiming for. As we're running our way down to the bottom of the area here, going to see the nuts coming into play, getting caught on the edge of the slope there. One away for Tails though, because Tails can spin up the nut here as you just want to run it through. Where's our buddy? There he is. We see None coming towards the end, not getting the quick kill on the boss, unfortunately. So going to be potential time caught up here for both Candy and March, of course.
Yeah, it's really tough to get all 8 of those hits. It's a really tight one, the last one, where you actually have to go into the oil with a spin dash to get Robotnik. If you do miss it, it's a good kind of 15-20 second time loss on that one. So as Argick alludes to, it does give Candy and March a chance to rein None back in. SuperSonic, meanwhile, finishing off Metro 1, stops on the end, into the spin dash towards the signpost. Lovely finish there. Let's see how March gets on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is he going to get this final hit?
Oh,
yes!
It didn't look like it happened. The explosions there were a little bit delayed, or at least it looked like it.
Yeah, I thought he'd missed that one, but no, he got it. Also needs to be careful not to soft lock. If you get it on the last potential frame, it can actually hard lock the game, believe it or not. So
It's full crash.
Thankfully we got that one.
All right. Here we go. Candy doing the same. Has the invincibility. Going to try and get it. Oh, not quite. So we still got the race. The race is still going strong here. Metro 2 for SuperSonic coming in and around. One of the longest stages in the game on glitches there. Gonna have to dodge all the scythers, because scythers no scything. Don't want to get hit by any of those, especially when you have 57 rings, because you get hit, you lose all those rings. It's going to cause a tremendous amount of lag there. Candy just finishing Oil Ocean, going to join the rest of the team into Metropolis here. And we're going to see just who is going to make it through. Hopefully, we will see no squishes from any of our runners here and a cooperative Tails, because Tails can make or break these runs by giving you that extra couple of seconds of speed getting up these very vertically based levels.
Yeah, just seeing from March, he was waiting for Tails to come back so that when he's actually running on the nut, Tails' momentum can help with that. It speeds it up quite considerably. It also helps you avoid the little starmies that try to attack you in the walls. So it is a legitimate glitchless strat to wait for Tails to come and join you. It's also nice to see Metro levels in the glitch runs. We don't see any of this anymore. It's all level wraps now. It's lovely to see these levels getting played out as SuperSonic enters Metro 3. how are our other runners doing. Candy is in Metro 1, waiting for Tails there. You see that strat, waiting for Tails to come up onto the nut, and then we'll spin dash onto it. Meanwhile, None is in Metro 2 by the looks of things. Heading through around about, just kind of quarter way through the stage at the moment. Needs to head up to the top here, mind the spikes, onto the bumpers, and through he goes.
Ooh, nice crab dodge by March there. Over the Scyther, coming down, coming round, going through, seeing the Scyther. Ooh, None taking a drop there, but getting an extra life there. Unfortunately, I don't want to losing those rings. I'm going to make sure they know exactly where that cycle is that they're looking for. Coming through, though. There's a big old drop there, but low platform cycle, so not as bad as it could have been there for March. And we see Candy finishing Metro 1 there. So most of our racers on Metro 2, SuperSonic blistering ahead here in Metro 3. Getting a little bit trolled by this platform though. The platform not playing ball, falling down, managing to stay on the cog, hitting the crab, coming towards the final moving platform section. Big nut climb coming up here. Tried to do the momentum, didn't quite land on the nut, ran off onto the wall here, but does have Tails with him immediately, allowing him to run all the way up here at maximum speed. Got Candy coming up though, looking this start Metro 2. Very, very smooth. Getting over there onto the rings, coming through. Unfortunately, getting caught by the bumpers. Going all the way up. Going to hit the checkpoint here. I can jump off. Then going to have to fall all the way back down to get to the route that we were looking for. Platform was there. Not enough of a jump to get through that segment. As we see March coming out of 2, heading into 3. None, what are you doing? Tails did nothing wrong. Bring Tails on his nut. Almost seeing a crush for our boy there. So we have SuperSonic on the boss here. Going to try and do the manipulated strat. Doesn't look like it's working too well right now. There we go. Get some extra hits going on it. Waiting for that last balloon. That last balloon's going to come down. You're going to hit the boss. Going to jump into him. There we go. We're going to keep that balloon alive. The dramatic balloon ending as you run to the capsule and hit the capsule. But will the balloon hit you? Or will the stage finish first? We're about to find out before we go into the auto-scroller.
Dana, Dana. Dana, 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 Dana. Oh! Just taking a hit at the end. So yeah, as SuperSonic heads into Sky Chase now, we have 2 minutes and either potentially 5 or 6 seconds of just chill time and relax. So let's see how our other runners doing. Candy has just finished Act 2 and heading into Act 3. Meanwhile, None and March are both in Act 3 and not too far from each other either at the moment. None just with a slight lead over March currently. March... let's have a little look. About to head to roughly the same area where None previously was. None waiting for Tails again. You'll see this strat quite a lot throughout Metro, where it's just beneficial to wait for Tails rather than trying to do it alone with Sonic. But needs to be careful here with no rings at this point. Needs to watch out for any of those enemies.
So I've just checked and caught up on the stream. SuperSonic's feed has indeed frozen at the moment. Hopefully that will come back soon. But that is a screen. Can someone just screenshot that? Like, that's just SuperSonic chilling right now. Enjoying himself, enjoying life, enjoying that run. Oh, feed's back. Looking good.
Yeah, we got the feed outside. SuperSonic is still very much alive in Sky Chase, not doing an ARG or a HUDs at the moment.
Hey!
I'll admit to it, I've died in Sky Chase as well.
Yeah, when you were mocking me for it, it was great.
Ironically enough, yes. We got 2 of our runners in the Metro 3 boss at the moment. We have both None and March. None finishes the boss first. March right behind, so really close between these 2 runners now. They're pretty much neck and neck going into Sky Chase, as Candy is currently making her way through Metro 3, not too far behind at all. It's lovely to see all 4 of these amazing runners literally 1 act away from each other at all times. This is such a close race.
Yeah, just 1 boss fight away for Candy here to come in. Trying to come around on the final segment. See how many orbs we can get, how many of these balloons we can get destroyed very quickly as we wait for the auto scrollers. The rest of our runners just chilling right now. Again, 2 minutes 5, 2 minutes 6 seconds just to relax, get your bearings before you come into the final 2 levels, Wing Fortress and then the dreaded Death Egg. Oh, that right. No, Candy! Oh, you hate to see it. I honestly thought she was going to grab that ring there, but the game invincibility just saying no. unfortunately having to take the checkpoint going all the way back to the beginning of the boss again. Not what you want to see. But we do have SuperSonic in Wing Fortress here. Of course, Wing Fortress, you're going to see a number of jumps over the bomb right here. You got to be super careful, because if you get hit by any of the fire down there, and then you come to the frogs, the ribbit platforms there, they are riveting gameplay. Again, you got to be super careful jumping over them. SuperSonic making light work of them, jumping not over the platforms as well, but jumping over some of the frames too. So Candy
finishing
getting
off
the
the match
boss
with free
fight.
boss. Lovely. Finally made it through and heading off into Sky Chase. We've got None and March still there. Meanwhile, SuperSonic is in the Wing Fortress boss. Obviously, we're seeing this on a little bit of a delay at the moment, but doing a good job. All the rings have gone though.
I can't believe they've done this. Yeah, 8 hits off that boss. Normally 2 cycles is how you want to see that one. Then we're going to see SuperSonic heading up into the Death Egg. For those of you that have never played this game before, it is going to be 2 fights back to back. You've got the Silver Sonic fight, or the Metal Sonic fight, or the whatever Sonic fight you want to call it. It is going to be a case of bouncing on his head 4 times. Let him move to the left side of the screen. Get the final 4 hits. Be careful not to hard lock the game and freeze, and then it'll be into the Death Egg Robo. Will we see the 12-0? Will we see a 10-2? Will it be an 8-4? We'll have to wait and see. So here we go, coming up into the fight now as we have the feedback. Wing Fortress for March, as well as None to 1 here. Candy in the auto-scroller.
And None took a very unfortunate death right at the start of Wing Fortress, but meanwhile we'll keep an eye on SuperSonic here, who's in the final battle now. All 8 hits against SilverSonic going into the final Death Egg Robot. Will it be a 12-0? Will we see a 10-2, a 9-3, or even maybe a safe 8-4? We'll have to find out. Okay, so it looks like unfortunately SuperSonic took a death, is now back in Death Egg. It's just finished off SilverSonic again. We're going back into the Death Egg Robot. This is the biggest problem with Death Egg. You get no rings in this. It has to be absolutely perfect all the way through. It's incredibly difficult. Let's see how he gets on this time.
Ooh, playing it safe there. There was a very close moment there. Oh no!
Just getting crushed by the foot at the back, so has to start again. Still has a considerable lead, although March is now catching up. March is going to be grabbing, going onto the tornado with Tails, grabbing onto Eggman's ship and heading up to Death Egg as well. We've got None that's just finished Wing Fortress boss as well and going to be heading up too. Really close between these 2 runners. Candy is heading into Wing Fortress. Let's see if SuperSonic can do it this time.
This is 3rd time's the charm again. This is what we were looking for. We didn't even spot it because we were too busy focusing on the fight here for SuperSonic. But we had the lead change between March and None to 1. Candy, unfortunately, taking a death in Wing Fortress there, though, as well. Spin dashing just a little bit too early, not getting the jumps off required. We're going to have 3 racers heading into Death Egg right now. This is phenomenal.
It's looking like SuperSonic has got it.
He has indeed.
He just needs to spin dash to the end.
And that's going to be time for SuperSonic.
GG.
GG SuperSonic.
Now
Which of our other runners is going to complete Death Egg first? We've got March currently on SilverSonic. We've got None about to enter. March has made a phenomenal comeback in this race, dropping behind very early on and now heading for a 2nd place. If he can just do this final Death Egg boss.
Literally comes down to making sure you don't take the death. Oh, Candy as well on Wing Fortress there, almost falling off but getting it. We need to see March is going hard for this. You can see the jumps on the underside, on the overside as well. This is looking like a very solid 10-2. Not the best Final Fantasy, but you know, we're going to come through. Here we go, None to 1 coming into the fight as well. 1 more hit there for March. Looks like March has got it. March taking the 2nd place. Also crashing the game. I don't, is that
Technically, the time doesn't stop until you've faded the screen to white. March, we'll give you that
time
one.
For March,
right.
Time for None.
Time for March.
None to 1 as well. We got Candy coming up now. I think that was just like utter excitement, just pulling the control, and then just like the console has crashed.
So March's console has crashed. They are all playing on console runners. March's console has crashed after throwing the controller at it. But I think we'll give that second to March. Congratulations and GG to both of you, as Candy is now working her way up towards Death Egg.
Yeah, everybody, give Candy your energy. We've seen well, it's been an incredible race.
It's been a fantastic race.
I think what a great way for Watch to end off his. But yeah, let's get behind Candy. Let's see how quickly she can finish this off.
Loving the big grin from March there. March realizing immediately what he'd done. He's like,
Brilliant.
But you can see there literally 3 seconds between March and none to 1. That is just how close this race has been. All 4 racers have been absolutely phenomenal. Candy coming in, getting the 8 hits on the Metal Sonic here. Going through for the final 4. Please don't soft lock.
Oh, that was getting really close there. Yeah, if you get that final hit on SuperSonic at the wrong sort of time, you can once again hard lock the game into the Death Egg robot. Let's see how she gets on. Hopefully first try. Come on, Candy, you can do this.
Get your Candy chance in the chat.
Candy.
Again, solid boss fight from all these runners. I'm a chicken. I will forever do 8-4. And so seeing these runners do 10-2, and even the legendary 12-0 is just phenomenal. Ooh. Oh, look at that! Oh, she got it! What a nice finish by Candy. And that is time.
GG to all of our runners. Amazing. Wow, what a race we just had there, Argick, eh?
What a fantastic race. We had lead changes all the way through from beginning to end. We had deaths, we had swaps, we had tails, shenanigans. We had game crashes. Thankfully, it was at the end of the run. But let us see. We have our runners. Let's get them on voice. Let's see how they feel about the run and give them a chance to shout themselves out as well. Starting with, of course, SuperSonic, how'd you feel, buddy?
I felt pretty good for the most part until I started dropping frames in Sky Chase. Apparently they didn't like it when I was just chilling there.
No, I'm hoping somebody screenshot that because we got a real good pose of you just like, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to focus on Wing Fortress and I was still dropping frames. Okay, I'm just gonna try to hold it out until I get to Death Egg. And then when I got there, I was like, you know what? Let's try to go for 12-0. Why not? And I missed a 3rd hit. So, and then the Death Egg robot got me again when I was trying to go for 10-2. And I was like, okay, 3rd time's the charm. And, that's that. But other than that, every other stage felt pretty good. Except for Mystic Cave. I messed up Mystic Cave just a little bit. But other than that, pretty solid run overall.
It was
fantastic.
A great run.
Well done, SuperSonic. Let's go to our 2nd place person, March. How do you feel? What happened there at the end?
I threw my controller. I mean, it was like a celebratory, woo! And it landed on the cart and nudged the cart, and also bounced off and hit the retro tank, which is why everything turned red there for a second. But yeah, no, that was that start was. You know that dream you have where you're in front of the class and you're in your underwear and you're like, oh my god. That's the nightmare the recurring nightmare to start with an Emerald Hill like that. It's oh god, it's coming true. Is this a dream? No, it's not. But yeah. I feel like I recovered okay.
Yeah, we could obviously hear you, and you were obviously very frustrated at the beginning, falling behind the other runners, but pulled it back near the end. So you must have felt like you were kind of gaining momentum as you kind of went through that run.
Yeah, I just wanted to try to keep playing my best game, and honestly, I think we'll probably have to go to IGT to see if I actually did beat none or not. And I wasn't recording it because I was again flustered. So I'm curious to know if we actually did come in 2nd.
Well, we'll have to find out on that with the timings, because this game is timed by IGT, and I believe runners were all tracking that. So we'll have that update, hopefully, and we'll find out. We'll get that for you. And then, yeah, we'll go with that one. But March, I do love that freeze frame at the end there. Well played on that.
Poetic justice. It's just, it's poetic.
Congratulations on 2nd place. None to 1. How'd you feel, buddy? None, if you can hear us, you are muted.
Oh, yeah, I
There
forgot
you
I
go.
muted myself. Okay, there, I'm sorry. Yeah, Metro 3. That's the stage already.
It's a stage.
Yeah, Tails, I know they were saying it in the commentary, but Tails is super important for pretty much all of Metro. So when Tails just decides to try to commit suicide by the nut, I was like, oh, please, Tails, don't do that. Anything but that. So I had to like save him real quick, and because it just makes like the screws way faster. So all I'm trying to say is Metro's hard, and in game is just super scary nonetheless. So yeah, that's all.
Fantastic then, well played overall. And finally, just moving on to Candy. Candy, bring out the bag, but really, really close all the way through. How do you feel about that? How do you feel that run went for you?
It was okay. I felt okay, but I did mess up a lot and die a lot. But it's to be expected. It's like one of those things where I just don't know how the game is gonna react or be towards certain things. But I'm just glad that I got through Oil Ocean, because Oil Ocean is one of a challenging level for me, which out of all places I didn't die in Oil Ocean, but I died everywhere else. So I'm glad. I guess I'm glad I stayed alive.
Just quickly, one place you didn't die was right at the end on Death Egg. You gave us all a heart attack right on those last few hits, missing
yeah.
what looked like missing one of them, but then recovering fantastically to finish it off.
Yeah, the Death Egg is can be a tricky one, but I managed to pull that off. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah,
well, all of our fantastic runners coming in well under time, so a huge congratulations to them all. It's been a wonderful showcase of probably what is the most famous Sonic game of them all. Argick, any final words from you on this one?
It was a fantastic race. Congrats to all four of you. Like, that is showing off just what high-level Sonic 2 gameplay can look like with glitchless as well. Like, it's not all about those zips and wraps. Like, you gotta know the fundamentals, and the four of you showed that off absolutely wonderfully. One day I hope to be as good as you all when it comes to doing runs like this. But for now, I'll stick with my babby strats. It's all good. But no, thank you for the amazing showcase. Huds, thank you for joining us. And of course, big thank you to the four of you for having Huds and myself on commentary. Hopefully we did it justice for you and you can watch it back with pride. But I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's going to be it from me. Make sure you go and follow these amazing runners. All the links will be in the chat. You can see it up on screen at the moment. They're all wonderful, wonderful people. And yeah, Hibby, we'll hand back to you.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Well, I'm going to immediately say Huds wrong. We've got the actual most well-known Sonic game, the most famous of them all. We're going to have Sonic 3 and Knuckles after this. But again, thank you lot for this. These Sonic 2 runs all did an amazing job. But we are going to be throwing it over to the character that matters. We are now going to be going on to Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and that's going to be a great time. So we're going to have a little break. Make sure you get up, have a little bit of a shake. Make sure that you're feeling comfortable. Maybe have a little hydration and enjoy the music whilst we're getting up the next run. If you subscribe to the channel, then that means that you can listen to everything uninterrupted, and it helps these hotfix shows run, which we want to keep them running. I think this has been good fun so far. So yes, see you very shortly for some of the true king of Sonic speedrunning, Knuckles speedrunning. Let's say that. Anyway, see you soon.
Knuckles is cringe.